Hello and welcome back, and this is kind of part two of the road less traveled. Sometimes we do not realize that the road that is less traveled is the road we're supposed to travel on. A lot of us seek out the easy process. I want step A through Z. I want it simple for me. I don't want to have to go through too much. Give it to me straight, no chaser. A lot of us don't want to go that dark route that the Lord sometimes will show you, that I'm not going to show you the entire route there. You're going to have to go into a dark cavern. You're not going to be able to see where you're going, but I need you to take this route because it's the bridge that's going to get you to where you need to go. But a lot of us don't want to go across that bridge. A lot of us don't want to take that bridge when we come to it. But that's the bridge that's going to get us to where we need to go. Because of the fact that, because not a lot of people are willing to go where we're being sent, they're not going to receive what God's going to give us and what God is giving us. And because of that, we're going to receive something that nobody else saw coming, because we went through the path with all the thorns, the path that we had to cut down vines that had thorns in them, the path that we had to get cut up in the process to get there. But we got to the other side, and everybody's wondering, you came out of nowhere. Where did you come from? I came around the roundabout way underneath where nobody saw me coming, because of the fact that God sent me that route, because it was less traveled, because wasn't nobody going to go that way. Go the route that is less traveled. And I know it hurts. I know it's tiring. I know you get cut up. I know the process is hard. I know the wilderness is uncomfortable. But the result on the other side, people are going to scratch their head because they didn't see you coming. Because the route that you wanted to go, you wanted people to see you coming. But the route God took you, nobody saw you coming. And all they saw was when you got there. And they're like, she sprung up from overnight. He sprung up from overnight. No, he didn't. He just went the road less traveled. And that road was covered with thorns and process and tears and crying and all of this kind of stuff. But you got to do it in a place that was dark and dank, and it couldn't nobody see you. Because if you had to go through the straightaway route that was light and looked like it was the straightest destination between 2 points, and it would have been faster, people would have seen you cry. People would have also seen you publicly screw yourself over. But you got to do all that in the thorns, in the dark, in the wilderness, in them dark places. You got to lick your wounds. You got to heal. So when you came out on the other side, people didn't understand. But I thought this was the path that I could see. I could see my way there. And then all of a sudden, when they reached, just like the tortoise and the hare ran to get to the other side. And he couldn't. He was like, I got there. It's easy. We straight here. Tortoise taking forever. I already won this race. I'm going to sit on this tree and I'm going to wait. And then he fell asleep. And when he woke up, the tortoise had already passed him. But wait, how you passed me? How you passed me though? Because I took the road less traveled. I didn't see you coming. How did I not see you coming? Because I took the road that couldn't nobody see me coming. I went under. I went around. I went through. I dealt with some things. I processed out some things that maybe you didn't. That your character ain't going to be able to keep you here. But I had to work on my character in that place because that was the best place to work on it in. In the thorns, in the wilderness, in the darkness, where nobody could see me, crying, fainting, falling out, tired, exhausted, begging God. Let's travel. Let's travel. Let's travel. The way people wouldn't be willing to go. And you came out in front of everybody. And they still scratching their heads. How? I was listening to a word about Fuel to the Soul or something like that is her name. And she said, a lot of y'all aren't used to having attention. But for what God's about to do, people are going to give you attention because of the fact they're going to wonder, how did you get here? Some of y'all that are called into certain types of relationships. Some of you are called to certain types of jobs. Some of you are called to certain types of arenas. And you're going to be positioned. And people are going to be scratching their heads because they're going to be wondering. And people are going to be talking. Especially for those of you that are called to entertainment industries and music industries and places like that. And God's going to have you positioned right there. And they're going to be people that are going to scratch their head and they're going to wonder, how the heck did you get here? Because you was over there. And that's why God had you over there. A lot of y'all have been wondering why it has not happened yet. Because God's going to take you from here to there. And they're going to be scratching their heads. How did you get here? Because he took you the road less traveled. And you're sitting in your resting space wondering, why am I not there yet? Because God is saying, I'm going to move you. And when I move you, it's going to be here, then there. And they're going to scratch their heads. And they're going to probably come up with a bunch of lies as to how you got there. Because that's the only way they know that it could have gotten done from their perspective. But they did not see the blood, sweat, and tears from the road less traveled that you took. And when you tell them it was God, they're still going to scratch their heads. And some of them ain't even going to believe you when you tell them it's God that got me here. But it had to have only been God. Because how else did you get there from here? Like that. So I'm going to leave you with that for this particular video. Until next time. Bye-bye.